Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we have some very big news coming out of Borno State that everyone is talking about. If you've been following the security updates in the Northeast, you know things have been very intense lately. But today, the news is a major win for our peace and safety. The big headline is that a top commander of the ISWAP group, known as Abu Yahya Al-Muhajir, has been confirmed dead. This happened after a failed attack in Borno, and honestly, this is a huge moment for our security forces. Now, let's get into the sweet gist of how this all went down. For a while now, this commander, Al-Muhajir, was known as one of the main people planning attacks in the Lake Chad region. He was a senior leader, which means he was like a manager for the group's bad activities. But his luck ran out when they tried to attack a military position. Our brave soldiers were ready for them. Instead of the group succeeding, they were pushed back with a lot of force. In the middle of that battle, Al-Muhajir was neutralized. This is a huge deal because when a group like ISWAP loses a senior leader, it causes a lot of confusion in their camp. It's like a team losing its head coach right before a big game. It makes it much harder for them to plan or carry out more trouble. This victory shows that our military is getting better at using intelligence and being proactive. They didn't just wait for the attack, they were prepared to defend the land. Before we go deeper into what this means for the future, I want to take a second to remind you all to please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us reach more people with these important updates, and it shows support for the hard work our soldiers are doing out there. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Now, back to the story. People are asking, is this the end of the trouble? While we know that one man's death doesn't stop everything, it definitely slows them down. It gives the people in Borno a bit more breathing room. We are seeing more and more of these senior commanders falling, which tells us that the pressure from the Nigerian military is really working. The most interesting part of this gist is that ISWAP themselves confirmed it. Usually, these groups try to hide their losses to keep their members from getting scared. But this loss was so big they couldn't keep it a secret. It's a clear sign that the tide is turning. We want to see a Borno where everyone can go to the market, go to school, and live their lives without any fear. What do you think about this development? Do you feel that taking out these big leaders is the fastest way to bring peace back to the north? I really want to hear your thoughts, so let's talk in the comments. And once again, if you are enjoying this update, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next part of this story.
Now, why is everyone so focused on this particular mission in Malam Fatori? Well, the sweet gist here is that the military didn't just stop the attack, they actually took the fight to the insurgents. Reports show that over 75 members of the group were neutralized in that single operation. Imagine the level of coordination it takes to achieve that. This wasn't just a small disagreement, it was a major statement by our security forces that the Northeast is no longer a playground for trouble. But the real mystery everyone is talking about is what happens next to the group's leadership. You see, when a top commander like Abu Yahya Al-Muhajir is gone, it usually leads to what we call a power vacuum. This is a fancy way of saying everyone starts arguing about who should be the next boss. In many cases, this leads to infighting within the group, which actually makes it easier for our military to move in and finish the job. It's like a house divided against itself. It simply cannot stand. Before I give you the final scoop on the military's new strategy, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support is what keeps us going and ensures we can keep bringing you these deep dives into the news that matters most to our country. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, now is the perfect time. What's truly impressive about this 2026 update is the use of technology. Our soldiers are now using better surveillance and smarter tactics to track these movements before they even get close to town. It's a whole new level of eyes in the sky that is making a real difference for the safety of everyone in Borno and beyond. It's the kind of progress we've all been praying for, and seeing it happen in real time is quite encouraging. So, the big question for all of you today: with these top leaders falling, do you think we are finally seeing the beginning of the end for these groups in Nigeria, or do you think there are other things we should be doing to make sure peace stays for good? This is a conversation for all of us, so please drop your thoughts in the comments below.
The most heart-touching part of this entire story is how the local communities are reacting.
For many years, places like Malam Fatori and the rural areas of Borno have been under a lot of pressure. But recently, we've started seeing refugees and displaced families finally returning to their ancestral homes. Imagine being away from your house for 10 years and finally getting the chance to walk back through your own front door. That is the kind of hope this news brings. When news of the military success against commanders like Abu Yahya Al-Muhajir reaches these villages, the atmosphere changes. People are starting to visit the local markets again, and farmers are carefully returning to their fields to plant crops. Of course, there is still a lot of caution, and the military is still everywhere to keep things safe. But you can feel that the heavy cloud over the region is starting to lift. The residents are saying, this land is our future, and they are ready to rebuild everything that was lost. Before we finish this update, I want to give a big shout out to you, our amazing viewers. Your engagement helps us keep these stories alive. If you haven't done so yet, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you become part of a community that stays informed and cares about the progress of our nation. It takes just 1 second to hit that button, but it makes a world of difference for us. It is also important to mention that while we celebrate these wins, our hearts go out to the brave soldiers who are constantly on the front lines. Some of these operations come with great sacrifice, and it's their courage that allows us to have this sweet gist to share. The strategy now is to keep the momentum going so that these groups don't have time to reorganize. We want to see a Nigeria where peace isn't just a headline, but something everyone feels every single day. So, as we look at the courage of the returnees in Malam Fatori and the strength of our troops, let's stay positive. Great things are happening, and as long as we stay united and informed, we are moving in the right direction. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video before you go, and tell a friend about what's happening in Borno today.